Can anyone tell me what I'll perform for you today? Raise your hands to answer. Don't be shy. You. Please tell the audience, what's our next performance?
A hand shadow play.
Can you tell us why it's called a hand shadow play?
Because you use your hands to perform it.
Is that what you think? Huh?
Yes.
Okay, I guess you're right after all. We have a treat for all of you children, just you wait. Please don't touch them. Pay attention, pay attention.
当我与你告别，在船上继续流浪的线，请为往事打一个结，别让思念再和泪水纠结。不言与你告别，唇上也不沾一句词汇，莫非心肠早已落成没有感觉。
It has such a rich history. Everything you just saw was handed down from my ancestors, from the puppets to the performance.
You inherited it? Interesting.
You're keeping the tradition alive.
This is Shen Xiao, 50 years old. He is the heir to Sichuan Province's puppet coverlet play. He is China's #1 hand shadow play master.
If we manage to find a permanent place where we can do all of our performances, we won't get tired. What's more, we can produce performances that are much more attractive.
Can I help you with that?
It's fine. You don't know how to dismantle this.
I can learn, right?
Next time, thank you.
Shen Xiao was born and raised in Chengdu. When he was 15, he started learning the art from his father. In the 3 decades since, he journeyed the country to perform the puppet shadow play. Despite suffering many setbacks, Shen Xiao made it a point to be persistent, to keep his family's livelihood alive. As a folk artist, his dream is to keep shadow puppetry relevant.
What are you
Are
looking
you
for?
suggesting some changes?
These are old.
We can still use these in the future. This is an elegant shadow puppet. It's one of the best I've seen.
Here.
Sichuan art paper wrote about my father back then.
Goodness,
for
it's so
his
hot. This
work
is
on
such a humid
Chengdu
day.
coverlet
Don't just
play.
put that there.
Look at this one. In 1989, I went with my father to the shadow puppet troupe in Changsha of Hunan. I was thin as a vine then. My dad was a very meticulous man. He would write his drafts carefully, then copy it word per word onto his notebook. His work ethic is unmatchable. I learned a great deal just by watching him work. He's my idol. This is him performing the coverlet play. The show was done at a tea house. Look at this. This play featured both actors and puppets. This was written by my dad. When I was small, at the start of the Spring Festival of 1976, he took me on tour. All we ever did
Was
eat good food. When New Year came around, we had no food, so we'd get invited to this home or that home. I tell you, those were my fondest memories as a child. Undoubtedly.
This looks quite old.
It is. I remember this.
Where should I hang this?
The coverlet is a stage. The two hands can perform a play. All the art lies in the hands.
Children, can you guess who will perform for you today?
Hello, little friends. How are you?
Hello, Mr. Shen.
Our first play for tonight is definitely a special one. It is a puppet show that many of you have never seen before, so enjoy while watching the story Elder Brother Beats the Tiger.
The stage is just a coverlet. The troupe is one person. Using only the hands, a story is told. During the Xuanwu reign of the Qing dynasty, there was a record in the archives of Chengdu that read, "A story about beating a tiger must always be played because children like it. This is very typical throughout China."
Hurry! Put the basket on your back.
There's a tiger! Watch out!
Watch out! There's a tiger! Oh!
Be careful!
Ouch! It bit my head. It's so painful. Elder brother? Elder brother? Elder brother? Where are you? Brother! Hey! Huh? Why are you sleeping here? It's getting dark. Where's the firewood you collected? Brother! Wake up! Wake up already! Come on! Oh! My goodness! It's the tiger! I'll beat it up with a stick!
Despite this, Shen Xiao is aware that with the changing times, coverlet plays have to adjust for a newer audience. There lies the challenge. The art form handed down to him by his ancestors cannot be changed that easily. How can he make a compromise? Shen Xiao has been trying to figure that out.
Brother! The tiger has fainted! I want to beat it some more. Here, beat it some more. Let's take turns. I'll beat it again. It deserves this. Ouch!
Our Aunt Wang is selling tea. 3 Guanyin are drinking the tea. There are 3 horses in the rear garden. 2 little children are fighting. Aunt Wang is scolding them. The woman next door is tattling.
听听你的心跳，它是否感觉到来自大地的声音？那些微弱的讯号，或许你不明了，也许你看不到，地球一分又一秒，向毁灭中环绕。蓝天不见了，雪山不见了，生命在消失，谁看得到？森林不见了，河川不见了，这样的明天谁能预料？啦啦啦，啦啦啦。
For many years, Shen Xiao dreamt of having his own performance space, as well as his own decent puppet workshop. By chance, they recently found out that a town called Luodai is planning to develop a traditional folk arts hub. Since then, they make frequent trips to Luodai in hopes of bolstering their chances.
Just use Hand Movie
Right.
Bookstore. Don't use any other name.
Yes,
All right.
that's exactly the name I proposed.
Yes. Yes.
So it's settled?
Seems like it. This is the primary equipment we'll be installing indoors. We will incorporate the light shadow element of hand films into the overall idea that we have in mind. Over here is the outer wall, which we hope to utilize as well. This is the recreation area on the roof. And over here, we have the projects that we've run or are still running up until now. We will move all of this to Luodai.
Have you checked inside?
Yes.
We have the key.
We have a copy of the key.
We've seen it 8
We've been
times.
there many times already.
We had 2 designers check the place. So far,
We've invited experts that can help build to our
We've been canvassing for
specifications of the
materials.
place.
Luodai's government values folk arts. After negotiations, they agreed to offer a shop area nearly 300 square meters for free for 5 years for the puppet shadow show and sale of puppets.
How big is this room?
This room?
This room is the smallest.
This area is for you to be able to display and sell items. A space for sales. And for demonstration, too. The office space is upstairs. Boss Lee, what happens if it rains?
If it rains, there is a drainage pipe there. The water will be over here, and it cannot flow over there. No water at all then.
Oh.
So then,
It
just
seems
take
so
off the
simple.
tiles. There won't be flooding. My friends, they come over sometimes, and we drink tea right here. Unfortunately, we weren't able to put up a tent right now. But if we did have a tent set up, we could hang out and drink tea here, and the best part is that we can see everything from above.
Shen Xiao's biggest dream has begun to slowly come true. Whenever he can, he will come to the site. He is building a future home for his shadow puppets.
Have you been working here all alone?
Yes, recently it's just been me.
Hand Movie Bookstore. After preparing for 2 months, it opened at last on National Day. The entire team is very excited. The unique shadow show exhibition has also attracted some volunteers.
Xiaoyang, I have a question. On the sign you wrote, sit by the tea table. 40 yuan per person. So people haven't been coming in. They think it's 40 yuan for a cup of tea.
Just write 10 yuan. They should understand that better.
Just write 10 yuan.
I understand. We'll fix it right now.
Go!
Free for children.
But the fee for watching the performance will still be 40 yuan. And 10 yuan for drinking tea. Write them separately so it's easy to understand. 10 yuan for watching the performance will lead to a great disaster. No way.
It's National Day.
I won't have
Come
it.
on, it's a
no,
holiday.
not even for National Day. We won't earn anything if we charge 10 yuan. We've already lost money.
Free of charge for children. And children do not drink tea.
10 yuan for
yuan.
everyone is not okay.
Watching the performance is free. We should try to get their attention first. That's the most important part.
Okay, write it down.
Thank you. Nice to see you. Thank you. This is Confucius. Hey. Hello. Ah. Hey. I welcome you to our own theater. Hey.
For 3 decades, Shen Xiao wandered and he performed wherever he could, and now he can perform on a stage of his own. Packed crowds, laughing people. Amidst the applause, the spirit of the show is as loud as the streets.
I can't hear you. Is that your loudest? Louder! I need you to be louder. This will just not do. What now? 1, 2, 3. Huh. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Here we go.
On the first day, we earned 200 plus yuan. That's good. We already earned 16 yuan.
That's terrible. Seriously? We earned just 16 yuan?
Not at all. 16 yuan means there's promise, and that's a lot better than we could have hoped for. Where we're at now, we have invested over 400,000 yuan already. A large part of that investment came from what our teacher Shen accumulated over a span of more than 20 years. He sold off some family property. I also liquidated some of mine. When we put money into it, we never considered the risks. We only thought we needed to put money here, so we put our money here. When money was needed, we put our money there, without considering the risk. I hope that even if this doesn't blossom into anything huge, or any sort of worldwide fame, at least in the coming years, part of our dream will come true. Chairman Xi has given us a Chinese dream. Now we're living a puppet dream. People like us, we don't get old. We always have that childlike curiosity. It never fades. That's so beautiful. Brother Chen, that's so beautiful.
After the Han Movie Bookstore opened, operation has not been ideal. Not too many people have come to watch the performances in the theater. To attract more people, Shen Xiao and his team have new plays. Meanwhile, they've considered taking on classic shows and also making their own adaptations of them.
Elder brother beating the tiger, brothers as performing partners, they will lengthen it.
2 years ago, I said I'd adapt it, but I haven't.
Elder Brother Beats the Tiger is very old, and that's why we're updating it. The original version will just not do.
Then, based on that, we should make a new play, a new coverlet play. That would be honoring tradition. Yes.
As early as 2 years ago, I'd already written the script. There were 3 puppets who were brothers. 2 younger and 1 elder one. I'd be the elder for Elder Brother Beats the Tiger.
Ling Ling is a new member of this team. She is the person in charge of the dubbing and hosting for the puppet show.
Do you want some tea? Or anything to drink?
Don't worry, anything will do.
These words are just the words of the original song. It was written by my dad. Hack ones, hai cho. This is crucial, so I would think that it shouldn't be changed at all, and it should be included in the actual performance. Yeah. Sing yo lo ho, hai cho. Each time there needs to be a hai cho. 1,000 mountains, 10,000 vales are echoing again. Hai cho. At the end of each line, there has to be that emphasis to take the point home. The host will introduce the puppet onto the stage. Then throughout the play, the host will make impromptu gestures and will react to the show with remarks as well.
I kind of feel if the host speaks during the show, it might actually end up distracting the audience from the story. It might even be compromising the integrity of the show as well, don't you agree?
The dialogue should blend into the story, instead of us spoon-feeding the lines to them. The audience might get confused that way. They'll go, what is that?
Right.
It will
I feel
interrupt
the
the
same way.
audience's
If
thinking.
someone else starts speaking in the middle, the audience will turn to one another and ask what's going on. That's why I feel we won't need a host to talk during the show. Too confusing.
I was going to just follow my original script, but what did you do? You've changed everything that mattered in it, haven't you? Well,
I only changed it because the original wasn't any good.
it is
was
good.
too naive.
How can you say it's naive?
How can you say it's good? It is outdated, really. It is of old philosophies that don't fit the present.
All I really want is to express my own style. And my own style isn't something that other people should try and mess with. You can make suggestions and I can accept them, sure. But still, the essence of it should not be touched.
No need for that, Shen Xiao. But we will need to rehearse that part. Come on. Now let's start. Let's rehearse that part.
Begin.
Can we do that again?
Right, start anytime. I'll be in charge of the music, right? Go.
Come on. Let's go.
Well, just start from here. It goes until never part and abandon. At never part and abandon, change the puppet, okay?
Now left. Now prepare to get off.
Start whirling, whirl around. That's exactly it. You've got it. Very good.
In addition to puppet performances, Shen Xiao also writes. The poems he composes are mostly from his experiences in performance.
Recently, with the appearance of the hand movie bookstore, I began gradually to think first about the coverlet play, second about the puppet as the carrier, and third about Shen Xiao, the puppet master. I feel he has already become a puppet himself. Sometimes he enters his own puppet world, and it is a very pure world. It is a world removed from the human world. I asked him, Shen Xiao, besides performing, what else can you do to make a living? He said a very strange sentence. I write poems. I said, how can you feed yourself by writing poems? I could not believe he said that. It's almost absurd. He is just such an idealist.
My coming is a beautiful mistake. I walk from the east to the west in the town, selling my art handed down from my ancestors. Open all your windows. Let me bring joy to you. Please give me some applause. Then I will go to another place to perform my masterpiece.
Get this ready first.
The puppet show has been rewritten, and thanks to the efforts of the team, it is now making progress. However, whenever making an adaptation of a traditional play, Shen Xiao makes sure he is very careful. At times, he argues against suggestions that do not conform to his own idea.
When it opens its mouth, it can spit fire.
Shall we stop the elder brother tiger performance?
Right.
If so, then I'll take back the tiger. This tiger has followed me for so many years. I feel for this tiger. It has its own feelings. When it's glad, it looks very amiable. But when it's unhappy, it will eat people. It has a mind of its own.
I can't perform it alone. I need another person with me who'll stretch it from behind. I can only perform with either the small puppet or the big puppet. I can't do both.
After the small puppet finishes its scenes, the big one should rise again. We can take the screen off the front.
We can't.
Take it off.
No.
If you don't take it off, you can't pull off the switch.
Hurry, one by one.
I told you
We
I
can
can
add
only
to
perform
brothers as
one
performing
task.
partners. In order to expand on it, that would be good. I have a suggestion. Prolong brothers as performing partners. Let it become an independent program. When we stop performing elder brother beating the tiger, we can use brothers as performing partners.
This program normally ran 3 to 5 minutes, but it will now run for 10 minutes. That's after all the additional lines I wrote.
What lines? You mean these?
Yes.
These lines are too highbrow. You wrote in Mandarin, not the dialect of Huangchengba of Chengdu.
Then rewrite it to Chengdu.
If we switch to Chengdu dialect, it will be completely different.
The new lines I wrote are not for me alone. Why don't you read it?
Now we're even further from making a decision.
Anyway, I suggest we go with brothers as performing partners. It's up to you to decide.
We can make it a separate play.
Yes, the show will be very good if we prolong
It is, right?
He is too stubborn. He cannot accept other people's opinions. He feels he is the best. So now I am thinking, why are China's non-material cultural heritages called as such? Just because those mastering them feel their own ways too distinct. They tend to stand still and refuse to make progress. They just cling to their own views, without seeking development or fusion. That will only lead to death.
The biggest challenge we're facing here is the fact that the rewrite we're currently working on for the program is deviating too far from the original concept we came up with when we first started.
It was a good thing to set up this theater. As far as Shen Xiao is concerned, he has realized his first step. You see, as a folk artisan, a poor folk artisan, in the past, when he fished out a 10 yuan note from under his bed, he would be dying of happiness. Because then he'd have enough for him to eat a meal of twice-cooked pork. He used to run about carrying his bed mat. Now he has got his platform at last, with the non-material cultural heritages, you see, such as Jinchanban, Zhouqin, Qingyin. Which has such a platform? None.
Okay? 5, 2, 3. Walk backwards. 6, 2, 3. Move to the right.
Hey, what are you doing? Dare you sing in Tianfu Square? Do you have a license? If you have no license, the city inspector will come.
Then they will shout, "The city inspector has come!" The city
The
inspector
city
has
inspector
come!
has come.
Then you come out from above and
I
say,
am not the city
I
inspector.
am not the city
Bye-bye.
inspector.
Bye-bye.
No,
Then we
there's
begin
no
to
need to
dance
say
again.
that. Even though I've told him not to say that. Eventually he will return to his original idea, and because of that, we might have to compromise a lot. It's going to be a project full of compromises.
He is very complicated. He will resist, but also accept. On the surface, he accepts, but deep in his heart, he still adheres to his own ideas.
I am helpless.
That day, the rain was so heavy. I was enjoying coldness in an old house in the suburbs. The memory was so deep, a season spent in anticipation of the performance. Shen Xiao got divorced 10 years ago. He also has a son, and now his son has reached the age of 18. What breaks his heart most is his son has never shown any interest in the puppet show.
Last time you made it clear to me that when you reach 18, I'll stop giving you money. You also sent a message.
I meant once I reach 18.
You are already 18 years old. Today is your 18th birthday. It's infuriating.
Sometimes I feel it would be better for your son to come here, because he has studied puppetry in Zhangzhou after all.
I've thought about that. In comparison with other people who have similar experiences, he's the most suitable person to learn it, but he's worthless. I told him, if he could come to Luodai every weekend and work at the hand movie bookstore every day, he would get a regular salary. He answered, no need, I don't like going far.
His son has a good image. He's also very clever. But he does not like it. So if he does not like it, however hard you teach him, he will not learn. So then, we cannot say, since it is an art form, handed down over generations, I must hand it down to my offspring. His ex-wife has also said as much. Shen Xiao, when you teach these things to your students, that means you're passing on your means of living as well. You have this much responsibility. If you teach it to others, others might end up replacing you. Then how will you earn money? How will you support your family then? You have a knot in your heart, don't you? It's really bothering you, isn't it?
Yes.
If we help you solve this problem, you might feel better.
If you do not come, I will dance alone. Let the snow fly and fall. You have kept me waiting so much as to turn me into a poem of the Tang Dynasty. If you still do not come tomorrow, I will brave the snow to go out. Owing to low audience turnouts and a shortage of funds, Shen Xiao and his people have realized that the urgent task now is to find a business partner. In this regard, Shen Xiao has his own ideas.
No, listen to this. Partnering up with others will surely cover the costs.
There is no need to jump to conclusions.
No, I have my reasons.
Then what is your reason?
I am a very down-to-earth person.
There is no getting through to you.
I was about to say the same thing.
And I told them, we'd better invite Teacher Shen to take charge. He was born in the year of the rabbit.
People
I'll just
born in the year of the
apprehend
rabbit
seeds.
are incompatible with people born in other
Then
years.
don't
The three
cooperate
are
with them.
incompatible.
Stop talking about it. Let it go. Just say you won't partner up with them. When we set up this bookstore, our philosophy, our thought, and our efforts really led to something meaningful. It was substantial. If we say something about positive energy, we are really fulfilling what Chairman Xi said. We are helping achieve the Chinese dream. Common people have dreams too, so we're going to make this bookstore run decently. But what hit us hard was lack of funds. It's not easy.
Laying the foundation is not easy.
We shouldn't be complaining.
Starting out is simple, but when you have to iron out the details, it becomes harder. And then, it becomes not so simple, you know?
There are many obstacles. It's really not that simple. Just as I said the other day, we still have 5 years to go.
Just yesterday, I said he has no way to express his inner mind. In fact, I feel this is a huge difference between common people and him. We are worried, but we choose to express our feelings deep inside. We can express our feelings, but he won't. He will just reflect. So long as he can, he will. When he can no longer make anything of his ideas, they become like knots, and then the knots slowly become fixed. He defends his ideas tenaciously, and he builds walls around himself. He shuts down. What becomes of it? His cultural heritage? What a pity.
You are my dream. I took your hand as I drew open the great curtain. The sight of children smiling comforts me. In my heart, I'm still a wanderer, though I don't show it. Occasionally, I write poems, and in them, I always mention you. In order to attract more people into the hand movie bookstore, Shen Xiao started experimenting. He began incorporating marketing strategies for the first time in the form of previews.
Come on to see an old monster. Watch him smoke his big pipe. Have a look-see. Go ahead,
watch
start
the show,
drumming.
everyone.
Yes. Bam, 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 bam. If you stick your index finger in your thumb like this, you'll get a rabbit's head.
See? It's a rabbit head.
Look closely. This is how you do it.
Give it a try.
These fingers are what you should use to form the rabbit ears. Do you see that?
Ma'am, why don't you come over here, see if you can form a rabbit?
All right, look here. See, there's your rabbit. Not like that. Watch how we do it. I'm sure
Very
you'll
good.
get it.
Very
Come here.
good.
You got it. Please show everyone.
Now, flip it to
Higher,
the other
higher.
side.
Okay, now flip it over. Good. Okay, flip it over. 4, 3, 2. Start walking forward. Walk forward. Good. 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 4, 5, 6. Walk forward. Walk forward. Good. Just like that. At first, you will feel some strain here and here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Go on. 1, 2, 3, 4.
At the very last scene of the fairy tale, the tiger gets killed, quite cruelly. What I'm
Right.
thinking is, after the tiger's skin gets peeled off its back, another puppet will be revealed under it. I think that will show the personification quite well.
Wouldn't that look odd? The tiger gets beat up many times first. If we
Exactly.
then...
Well, see, I can't bear it. It's unhappy deep
You are
inside.
so cruel, Shen Xiao. You beat it up and reveal it to be a person?
Yes, but the skin is merely
Honestly, revealing it as a person seems unnatural already.
The rewriting of Elder Brother Beats the Tiger is well underway and is almost done. Shen Xiao's attitude has changed noticeably as the talks progress.
Let's do this part first, okay? It'll say Momoda.
Yes, it will say Mamada. And then after it says that, it will be trapped this way.
Let's put this aside for now. Let me think about how to play out this scene first.
What do you
I'll
mean?
figure it out.
We don't even have lines for any of
Then
it
we'll
yet.
work on that. But not right now. Just do what I told you to do. Why are you even arguing?
Keep on going. I walk with my head down. I walk along the little path, singing a song.
There may not be many of us here, but we are still a team. We should not act recklessly. I'll be the first one to criticize myself. I'm often too stubborn to the point of ignoring our collective interest. But as of late, I've felt like I've changed a lot. And yet yesterday, he criticized me, she
I
criticized
didn't
me.
criticize you.
Neither did
That's
I.
encouragement. Let us clarify one thing. Master Shen runs this show. That's the truth. So we must protect him. But let's not forget, at the end of the day, he is not a god. Not everything he tells us is correct. Even so, we should at least maintain a respectful attitude towards him.
It goes for any play. Small mistakes are bound to happen. Us three, we're supposed to move. As a cohesive group, when we're out there, our bad mood should never show. We should always remain positive when
Yes.
we're out there performing.
Yes.
The three of us should be, cut it out. I'm not singling anyone
Listen
out.
to the host. She's right. She
Let's
makes a
start with
valid
emergency
point.
cases. If something happens, what do? Do we...
Well,
That's
with a
valid.
good rehearsal
that's
run,
enough.
that's not needed. Why
We'll
stop me
have
from
time
talking?
to think it through. Just
I'm just
come
Alright.
speaking my
early.
mind.
See you
I don't see
tomorrow.
what's wrong with that.
All right. We should get going.
It doesn't
See you all
matter.
tomorrow.
We'll keep rehearsing.
At least this way, everyone is happy.
Preparations for the new year are well underway. After much deliberation, the rewrite for Elder Brother Beats the Tiger is complete. This is a huge step towards modernizing the coverlet puppet play, and they are getting ready to do a test run to see how it fares.
Elder brother beats the tiger.
I am your host, Ling Ling, and I'm so happy to be here to share with you a truly beautiful part of our heritage and tradition.
Mama Da? What are you doing? I'm looking for something to eat. But what will you eat? I want to eat people. Eat people? What good will that do you? People grow up by eating things cooked in dirty oil. If you eat people, you will only fall ill. But my animal friends were eaten by people. How about this? I have lots of healthy, non-human food right here. Wait. Look at it. Come on. Take a closer look. I got you. I finally trapped the tiger. Our lovely theater is not that big.
That may be true, but our dreams remain big.
Yes, I agree.
Master Shen! Master Shen!
It's a packed house.
Master Shen!
Hello? You're all good children. Please remove your coats before the performance begins, all right? A sweater would suffice. You'll be more comfortable watching the show. Do you understand me, huh? Listen to me. When we get on and off the stage after a performance, do as Teacher Liu and Teacher Xiang told you. Don't forget what we rehearsed. Is that clear? Never forget it. I have a small request of you.
What is it? Say it after this.
No, I must tell you now. I might forget. I need you to do something for me right
Can't it
away.
wait?
I might forget it, and how can I tell him after the photo is taken?
Just say it.
Listen, later, get as close to the light as you can during your performance. Understood?
In this New Year show, Shen Xiao will combine the hand shadow play and the shadow puppets in one performance for the primary pupils in attendance.
Walk towards me. Keep on walking. All of you, come over here. Walk towards me, everyone. You, don't walk that way. I keep saying it, but you're not listening.
The mouse's daughter is going to get married. The daughter does not know whom to marry. She can only ask her Aunt Wang.
Don't worry. Okay, that angle is great. That's it. All right. Step back, step back. Thank you! Thank you! Let's drink! Cheers! Happy New Year!
I love this city，微笑的模样。不问在何方，守望到梦想。I love this city，骄傲的模样。有阳光做翅膀，彩虹的方向。就像你永远爱我一样。
Left side, right side, left side. One more time.